You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. Meteorologist Damon Matson joining us with the latest check on the forecast. Damon, the sun is shining. It's Friday. That's a good combination.
That sure is, Mark. How about it? Mother Nature lining things up so far here today. And folks, these sunny skies, it looks like they're here to stay for a little while. Now, because we had such clear skies overnight as well, we had quite the spread of temperatures early this morning. Check it out. We started around the mid-50s, closer to D.C., over toward Annapolis, along the shoreline of the Chesapeake Bay. Not too chilly overall to the east, but as you went more and more to the west, look at these locations out that way. Winchester dropped down to 46, Cumberland 41. That is quite chilly for the last morning of May, and we even had some sheltered valley locations drop into the 30s. So it was chilly for some in the DMV this morning, just cool for others. But now, since we've had plenty of sunshine throughout the entire first half of the day, we have warmed right back up into the upper 60s and lower 70s. It is extremely comfortable. It is extremely beautiful as we go about enjoying this Friday and going into the start of the weekend, the start of the month of June. I'd say we're wrapping up May on a very good note here. Mostly sunny skies are set to continue. Unlike yesterday, there is no likelihood of stray showers out there as we head through the late afternoon, early evening. It is going to be just sunny, and we'll keep those temperatures in the 70s. But again, the big question is, we have the nice weather right now. Will it last through the entire weekend? We'll have a full look at that forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. Starting tomorrow, the Metro's Red Line in Montgomery County will close until the end of August, and that's definitely going to affect your summer commute. DC News Now's Jean-Marie Sasay shares how people will be able to get around with the temporary changes.
Well, starting Saturday, riders will no longer be able to catch the Red Line train on the eastern side of Montgomery County, but there will be free bus shuttle service, the MARC train, and also commuter bus access. And some customers are optimistic about the temporary change, while others not so much.
It's a big inconvenience. It kind of changes the way I have to think about my commute.
Several Red Line train stations are closing for renovations in Montgomery County starting Saturday, June 1st until August 31st. Those stations include Glenmont, Wheaton, Forest Glen, Silver Spring, and the Tacoma station will also be closed, but only up until the end of June. For frequent customers like Jordan Bell, getting to work is going to be even more difficult.
I'm commuting to work today because my car's not working, right? So if my car is continuing to break down and stuff, that's going to make things difficult.
Riders can definitely expect delays like a wait time of up to 20 minutes with the new changes, as WMATA is offering other ways to get riders around, like a free shuttle service. The shuttles will run every 4 to 8 minutes between all of the closing stations, and on weekdays there will be an express shuttle service only for stops between Silver Spring and Metro Center. The MARC is also offering discounted one-way rides for just $3 on the Brunswick line from Garrett Park, Kensington, and Silver Spring to Metro Center. And the MTA commuter is also offering $3 tickets one way.
It's going to make things difficult for the summer, but I guess I'll have to make the best of it.
Now, if you do decide to use the commuter bus or the MARC, that special $3 fee has to be paid in cash. And remember, all of this will begin Saturday, June 1st up until August 31st. For now, reporting in Silver Spring, Maryland, I'm Jean-Marie Sasay, DC News Now.
Jean-Marie, thank you. Developing now. 3 people are recovering after a shooting in Leesburg, Virginia. It happened last night at an apartment complex on Edwards Ferry Road Northeast. Police say that all 3 people were seriously hurt but are expected to recover. So far, no arrests have been made. Police say that they are looking into several people of interest and are interviewing witnesses.
We're obviously concerned. That's why we have such a large police presence here. We take their safety very seriously, and we're taking this investigation very seriously. And we appreciate their cooperation in helping us solve this case.
Police are still searching for witnesses in the investigation. Anyone with information is asked to call the number on your screen. That is 703-771-4500. Well, Maryland drivers will soon have to pay much more to renew their car's registration. The fee is increasing for the first time in 20 years on July 1st. Right now, the cost to renew a standard car's registration for 2 years is $135, about $68 per year. That price will increase to $111 per year for standard cars. or $121 for cars weighing more than 3,500 pounds. That's about 70% more per year. The Motor Vehicle Administration says the extra cost will support infrastructure in the state and the trauma health care system, though drivers we talked to have mixed feelings.
In this economy, every little bit helps, so I'm grateful for that. For anyone, again, that can get a little help right now, I think it's a great thing. It's all about the money, so, I mean, if it's cheaper in Maryland, come on now, everybody will be happy.
Registrations that expire before July 1st will not be impacted by the change. Well, as the school year comes to a close, the Department of Agriculture is releasing a tool for Virginia parents to find free summer meals for kids. It's called the Summer Meals for Kids Site Finder, and you can enter your zip code and see all the places where you can grab a meal. Those meals and snacks must be eaten on site. This is available for kids 18 and under who receive free or reduced price school meals. Well, Social Security benefits might not increase by very much next year. A new report from the Senior Citizens League estimates the 2025 cost of living adjustment will be a little more than 2.6%. Well, this falls below the current inflation rate of 3.5%, and it's also a smaller increase than in 2024 when it was 3.2%. Many say their bills are increasing faster than their benefit payments. 2.6% estimate is not set in stone. It will be finalized in October based on the summer's inflation rate. Well, the IRS says its free electronic tax returning filing system is sticking around. Agency tested the system in 12 states this year, and it's for people with very simple W-2s. Now the IRS is asking all 50 states and D.C. to help taxpayers file their returns through the program next year. Since the direct file trial began in March, more than 140,000 taxpayers used it to file their returns. Well, former President Donald Trump is the first former president to be convicted of a felony crime. He was found guilty of all 34 charges in the hush money trial. National correspondent Basil John is in New York City in front of the courthouse with more on this historic moment.
History was made as Donald Trump was convicted by the New York jury for falsifying business records before the 2016 election.
And this can't be allowed to happen to other presidents. It should never be allowed to happen.
Former President Donald Trump says the fight isn't over after he was found guilty in the hush money trial.
So we're going to be appealing this scam.
Trump is now the first former U.S. president to be convicted of a crime and now faces a possible punishment of 4 years in prison. New York District Attorney Alvin Bragg calls this a huge win.
We should all be thankful for the careful attention that this jury paid to the evidence and the law.
Jury deliberations took place over 2 days as the verdict came down near the end of the second day.
The only voice that matters is the voice of the jury.
Some of the president's most loyal supporters, like Colorado Republican Congresswoman Lauren Boebert, call this a political prosecution.
This is malpractice of our judicial system.
But Victoria Nurse with Georgetown Law School says the jury did its job how it was supposed to.
They actually did their homework. I mean, they asked for the replay of the testimony. I think they did their job.
Trump's sentencing for the hush money case is scheduled for July 11th at 10 a.m. Reporting in New York City, I'm Basil John.
To Basil, back here at home, many people reacting to the former president's guilty verdict. Some tell DC News Now they feel that the conviction is fair. Others say it was eye-opening.
Every dog has its day. What's in the dark is going to come to the light.
It's a good day for democracy in that it shows that no one, not even a former president, is above the law.
Political analysts are weighing in on what the verdict will mean for November's election and for the presidency moving forward. One expert we spoke with says any changes to the requirements for presidential candidates would have to be made through constitutional amendments.
Constitutional amendments ain't going to pass anymore. They're not going to be ratified. You can't get enough states together because you've got so many states that are red and so many states that are blue, and you need 38 of them to ratify what has been passed by a 2/3 majority of both houses of Congress.
And you can stick around with us on air and online for constant coverage of this verdict. Just visit DCNewsNow.com and search Trump in the top right-hand corner. New at noon, West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin is registering as an independent, according to his X profile. He says His commitment to do everything he can to bring our country together has led him to register as an independent with no party affiliation. Manchin, a longtime Democrat, made this decision ahead of the deadline for filing as an independent in West Virginia. He's been an outspoken critic of the Democratic Party and an obstacle for many of President Joe Biden's legislative priorities. His announcement leaves many questions unanswered, including if he will continue caucusing with Democrats in the Senate or if he will be running for higher office in the near future. The DMV gearing up for a fun weekend. The district is hosting several family-friendly events tomorrow. Some are within walking distance of one another. All of these events are happening tomorrow. The annual Touch Truck event begins at 8 a.m. in RFK Stadium's parking lot. Now, kids and families can get a close-up look at dozens of different vehicles. At 9 a.m., the Electric Vehicle Grand Prix begins. That's also in the RFK parking lot, Lot 8. And high schoolers from across the DMV will race hand-built electric vehicles. And then over in Northwest, Mayor Muriel Bowser is kicking off a Caribbean Heritage Month with a flag-raising ceremony. That begins at 11:30 at the Banneker Recreation Center on Georgia Avenue.